And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has.
After his scandal came to light, Joe Rogan didn't hold back, taking direct shots at Floyd Mayweather over his financial problems and bankruptcy. Rogan sarcastically questioned what had gone wrong in Mayweather's life. Especially after such a flashy career, he threw a jab at Floyd's current situation, asking why the champ is suddenly quiet, no longer showing off his expensive watches, now that the bankruptcy scandal is making headlines. Rogan didn't stop there. He highlighted the growing public backlash, noting how fans have started turning against Floyd in the wake of the alleged scam.
This watch goes for $2 million, and they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy, and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
In the wake of the growing backlash, which was only intensified by Joe Rogan's comments, Floyd Mayweather shot back at his critics. He argued that the judgment against him has been unfair and biased. Floyd pointed out wealthy figures like Warren Buffett, who are praised for their financial success, while he himself faces constant scrutiny. Mayweather slammed the double standard, calling it a blatant act of racism.
Warren Buffett, that's in his 80s or 90s, that can still make a ton of money. The Waltons that own Walmart. Bill Gates can still make computers. But soon as someone black, when my career is over as far as me in a combat sport, as far as boxing, whatever, if I'm promoting on social media or I'm doing exhibitions, it's like, oh man, he's broke.
Doubling down on his position, Floyd Mayweather made it clear that earning money is not a crime. He raised the question of why critics stay quiet when older individuals, some in their 80s, continue to amass wealth, yet he, as a young black man, faces harsh criticism for doing the same. Mayweather stressed that this kind of treatment is not just unfair, but deeply unjust.
It's not a crime for them to make money. They don't say nothing about the guys that's 80 and 90 that's still making hundreds of millions and billions, but soon as somebody black does it, your people, your own people, say, oh, he's broke.
As Floyd Mayweather's financial issues kept unfolding, Logan Paul shared his thoughts, comparing his own experiences with the boxing icon. Reflecting on his time working with Mayweather, Logan opened up about how he felt misled and strung along when he wasn't paid on time for his efforts.
Same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know, and I don't really care. I just want my money.
In response to the fallout from Floyd Mayweather's ongoing controversy, Triple H also chimed in, expressing his disappointment over how things have unfolded. He highlighted how Floyd's flaws have become evident, especially with his involvement in the scandal, suggesting that the damage done might be irreversible. According to Triple H, Mayweather doesn't even appear to be focused on repairing his reputation.
Floyd's starting to get older. Like he's showing you flaws in his buildup of 24/7. He's showing you the flaws. And there's too much family drama going on. He's not focused. He's not training right. He's eating like...
Following the news of Floyd Mayweather's alleged bankruptcy, Gareth A. Davies shared his thoughts, pointing out that Mayweather seems clearly frustrated by the situation. He added that this controversy is far from over, and Floyd may have to deal with the consequences of the scam allegations for a long time.
I don't know. That's the point.
I know. It's an interesting one, but he was adamant that he wanted...
Criticizing Floyd Mayweather, Ado Lotto shared his thoughts, highlighting that Floyd has always been fixated on wealth, even going so far as to change his nickname from Pretty Boy to Money Mayweather. According to Ade, this image-driven mindset has now backfired, revealing Floyd not as a boxing legend, but as a bankrupt scammer, ultimately putting his legacy at serious risk.
Let's get you up to speed. So Floyd Mayweather, in the last week or so, has been doing what Floyd Mayweather has been doing for the past, 15 years, since he changed his nickname from Pretty Boy to Money. And that has been showing off his money.
Drawing attention to the details, Ado Lotto criticized Floyd Mayweather for constantly flaunting his wealth. whether it's million-dollar watches or bags full of cash. He pointed out that Floyd seemed more focused on showing off his riches than dedicating himself to the craft of boxing. In Aid's view, this obsession has overshadowed what should have been his true legacy in the sport.
He's been showing off his wealth, right? His watches, his private jets. He's been going to the bank and counting millions and carrying it out the bank in, I don't know, in duffel bags. But he's been showing off his money.
Sharing his deep disappointment, Adalapo expressed that the serious charges against Floyd Mayweather are nothing short of embarrassing. He added that Floyd's long-standing obsession with money has angered many, and admitted that he, too, is among those who feel let down by the boxing icon.
That has angered a few people. Even I, to be fair, I'm not going to sit on the fence here. I tweeted and said, this is quite sad, right?
Echoing a similar sentiment, Joe Rogan commented that Floyd Mayweather's obsession with flaunting his wealth has severely damaged his legacy. Now that Floyd has been exposed, Joe believes public opinion has shifted to outright hatred, which he finds genuinely sad. In Joe's view, Mayweather's relentless focus on money has ultimately destroyed what could have been an untouchable career.
One of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million.
Backing up Joe Rogan's statement, his guest Andrew Huberman pointed out how Floyd Mayweather's actions have backfired on him. In Huberman's view, constantly flaunting his wealth has only fueled envy within the boxing industry. Joe further emphasized that this obsession with showing off has created widespread animosity. And now, with Floyd exposed as a scammer, the public's hatred has only grown stronger.
He creates envy.
Yes. Yeah, he creates envy and you want him to lose, but he's not gonna.
Criticizing Floyd Mayweather's mindset, Joe pointed to his exhibition fight with Logan Paul as a key example. He noted that Logan ended up making more money than Floyd from the bout, something Floyd simply couldn't handle. Joe suggested that this fact has unsettled many people and hinted that Mayweather's attitude might be rooted in deeper psychological issues.
Well, this is what's going on right now, where a bunch of fighters are upset because Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather just fought, and Logan Paul made $20 million and Floyd Mayweather made $100 million, and they're looking at this like, hey, what about me? Like, how come I'm not making that kind of money?
Joe Rogan went on to highlight that the world of combat sports operates differently. It's not just about skill, but also about drawing attention and generating pay-per-view buys. He pointed out that despite Floyd Mayweather's undeniable talent, his ability to pull major PPV numbers has declined, especially with the increasing controversies surrounding him. Rogan emphasized that this is something Floyd needs to seriously address moving forward.
Whether you like it or not, even if you are an elite, the elite of the elite, a Kamaru Usman, or pick any style bender, some of the best fighters in the UFC, even the elite of the elite, the money comes from people wanting to buy your pay-per-view. It's real simple.
Yeah.
It shouldn't, maybe in a perfect world, it's the most skillful fighter gets the most amount of money, but that's not how it works here. In the world of combat sports, professional prize fighting, it's all about how many eyes are going to watch you.
Amid the wave of accusations, Conor McGregor and Dana White also took the opportunity to mock Floyd Mayweather. In a satirical exchange, they joked about Floyd's private jets, with McGregor pointing out that Floyd's now dealing with tax problems. Crazy stuff. They both laughed, clearly entertained by Mayweather's situation, as they continued to poke fun at him over the alleged scams and his financial downfall.
You look pretty great.
I feel good, training hard.
It was great.
Did Floyd not take out his own jets?
Floyd's got 3.
You know what else he got?
And he got 2
Tax
others.
problems.
Yeah.
That's what he's got. Oh, that's heavy shit. That is heavy shit.
It's hard to get out from these guys.
Fucking right it is, especially when I'm on top of you.
Conor McGregor didn't stop there. Taking his mockery to the next level, he sarcastically offered to help Floyd Mayweather with his financial troubles. Conor claimed that if Floyd was struggling to pay off his scam-related issues, he'd be willing to cover it, through real estate, no less. With a smirk, he joked about dropping $120 million to bail Floyd out, all while continuing to mock him for his downfall.
It should be 120. Should be 120 for you and Mayweather, right? I agree. I'll pay that.
Conor McGregor asserted that the scam allegations will continue to sting for Floyd Mayweather. He pointed out that while he's ready to pay his own taxes, the IRS is now after Floyd. Conor didn't hold back, laughing as he sarcastically claimed that Floyd must be on something, hinting at his involvement with liquor and other vices, all while constantly flaunting his wealth.
Are you gonna manage your money well for you don't have to, endure the same thing Mayweather's going through? How does it look, mate? I'm on Rodeo Drive. right. Blown fucking shoe, loads of it. Do you think I don't know. I'll be smart.
Offering a sharp suggestion, Conor McGregor urged Floyd Mayweather to take serious steps, starting with paying off his debts to the IRS. He remarked that Floyd has been exposed in a major way and the weight of the scam controversy is clearly too much for him to handle. Conor went on to recommend that Floyd stay retired for good and focus on settling his financial issues, rather than trying to salvage his public image.
He took the fight just to pay back the IRS? Like, give a what he did. I don't give a Right. I don't care what he's doing. He should have stayed retired. He should have stayed retired.
Dolce's right.
Now. That's the honest truth. Man, your videos are looking intense. He should have paid his taxes and stayed retired.
Echoing similar sentiments, Jake Paul has also criticized Floyd Mayweather, accusing him of constantly being driven by a thirst for money. He further claimed that Mayweather has failed to pay his taxes.
It just came out of left field. It just seems like this guy is money hungry. It seems like, he hasn't paid his taxes or some shit and he just wants to fight everyone. He's almost 50 years old and this guy is calling out.
Furthermore, Jake Paul warned Floyd Mayweather to stay off social media, threatening to relentlessly troll him if he doesn't. He accused Mayweather of being broke and struggling financially, especially with the recent scam-related controversies. Jake also called Floyd out for still owing money to his brother Logan Paul from their exhibition match.
Who knows what Floyd Mayweather is doing, but honestly, he's just looking like a clown. The response he gave to me, everything, like it just doesn't add up. He is out of pocket and he's struggling. Like he clearly took an L, and don't get on social media if you're afraid of getting your feelings hurt.
Meanwhile, voicing his sentiments, Oscar de la Hoya weighed in, stating that it's clear to everyone that Floyd Mayweather has been damaging his own legacy. He expressed disbelief at Floyd's attempts to steal the spotlight, questioning what he was really trying to achieve with all the flashy displays of wealth. Now that Mayweather has been exposed, de la Hoya said it marks a serious low point, one that could permanently tarnish his legacy.
And then here you have Floyd crawling out of his little rock, trying to sabotage or trying to steal the thunder. I don't know what he was trying to do, but look, people know that Floyd is Floyd, and that's fine.
Commenting on the fallout, Oscar de la Hoya noted that Floyd Mayweather has been completely exposed by the scam, calling it a direct result of his lifelong obsession with money. All he ever chased was wealth, Oscar remarked, and now he's being consumed by his own actions. He added that this isn't surprising, as fighters like Floyd, who focus solely on material gain, often end up broke.
Another reason why he's crawled out of his rock, he needs money.
You think he needs money?
Absolutely.
He's always flossy.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
He's always spending, so I guess.
Absolutely.
Reflecting on whether Floyd Mayweather would take the accusations seriously or consider a comeback, Oscar de la Hoya expressed little expectation. He pointed out that Floyd's sole motivation for fighting was always money. Now that he's been exposed so badly, it's hard to see a bright future ahead for him.
Fighting anymore so that big money's not coming in. Look at what happened to Mike Tyson. He made what, $500 million?
Right.
You think you can spend $500 million overnight? Absolutely.
You can't.
I doubt he'll ever step into that ring. Floyd's a big freaking...
While Floyd Mayweather has been flaunting his wealth with flashy necklaces and luxury cars, like his Lamborghini, 50 Cent has stepped forward with allegations of Floyd scamming him. 50 Cent revealed that during a time when Floyd was in jail, he helped him out financially. However, when it came time to repay the favor, Floyd acted as if he had no recollection of the situation.
$300,000 chains, new Lamborghini, and I'm sitting there going, when you gonna give me the money? But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail. Are we talking over $2 million? It's about that. When he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Nah, I didn't tell y'all to do that. And I'm looking at him and he looked at my face and he telling me to do it.
And there you have it, folks, Floyd Mayweather's fall from grace. From being the king of money to being caught up in scandal and bankruptcy, it's tough to watch, especially when someone who built an empire around wealth is now facing the consequences of their actions. What's next for Mayweather? Will he bounce back, or has this scandal permanently tarnished his legacy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this ongoing drama. Until next time, stay tuned.